These couples kick a lot of ass. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 badass movie couples. For this list, we're looking at couples from film that are the most badass, both individually and as a team. Because some of these couples come to an untimely end, there will be spoilers ahead. Number 10, Princess Diana and Steve Trevor. Wonder Woman. As the eponymous Wonder Woman, Princess Diana, also known as Diana Prince, is naturally a complete badass.
Stay here, I'll go ahead.
Having the powers of a goddess lets her pull off incredible feats of strength, agility, and heroism throughout. However, her love interest Steve Trevor is quite a boss as well. A spy and pilot during the First World War, Steve can handle himself well, if not to the degree that Diana can.
We're gonna put this on our backs, and when I say go, lift hard. Diana! Shield!
He also makes a touching and heroic final sacrifice to save lives. Together, these two make for an awesome, though tragically short-lived, couple. Number 9, Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne. The Marvel Cinematic Universe.
So Cassie, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to help people. Like my dad.
Really?
I wanted to be his partner, but he said he wants you.
As great as the previous generation of Ant-Man and the Wasp, also known as Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne are, we have to give our props to the current duo.
Scott, how long you need to get that thing working?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Get it started. We'll get the stones to you.
We're on it, Cap.
Scott Lang is a former thief, who may be a complete goofball, but he's still quite brave, and his ability to shrink and enlarge himself and other objects makes for plenty of badass moments. Hope is much more level-headed, and while she can only shrink herself, she can also fly, fire energy blasts, and is a much better fighter than Scott. Their banter and synergy in fights makes them entertaining, as well as cool.
You taught me that kick, remember?
Yeah, great form.
Those were the days. Whatever happened to us?
Not the time, Scott.
Number 8, the T-Rex parents. The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Help me get this thing out of here.
No, we just said
Mommy's very angry.
What's more badass than the king of all dinosaurs? A pair of Tyrannosaurus parents trying to protect their kid. The second Jurassic Park film sees an injured T-Rex baby pursued by its parents after being freed from captivity.
Oh my God! Are you out of your mind?
He's got a broken leg. Let's get in the car before
Are
they
you
hear us.
out of your mind?
Despite releasing the young dino to its fierce parents, the terrible Tyrannosaur still managed to wreak all kinds of havoc, both against a huge trailer and in San Diego.
Wait.
While they may not have the same chemistry as some of our other entries, the T-Rex parents are nevertheless incredibly badass, no matter where they're rampaging together or separately. Number 7, Peter Quill and Gamora, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
You let her go!
Ah, the boyfriend.
I like to think of myself more as a Titan-killing long-term booty call. Let her go.
A human thief who thinks too much of himself and an alien assassin who thinks too little of herself, these two are great guardians of the galaxy, and a great couple.
I love you more than anything.
I love you too.
Quill is easily the less physically capable of the two, though he supplements his lack of coordination with gadgets, as well as some unconventional solutions. Plus, the fact that he's practically half god helps in some situations.
You're immortal! How?
Said it yourself, bitch. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Meanwhile, Gamora is a more traditional badass, having been trained from childhood to be a warrior by Thanos himself. Together, they're true, if offbeat, heroes, just like Kevin Bacon.
We're just like Kevin Bacon.
Number 6. T'Challa and Nakia, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The current king of Wakanda and his on-again, off-again girlfriend and spy, T'Challa and Nakia are a superb power couple who are also powerful. As the Black Panther and the King, T'Challa wields both political and physical power, and possesses great strength, speed, and a suit with even more cool abilities. While her outfit may not be quite so versatile, Nakia is still an expert spy and warrior, even managing to hold her own against T'Challa's villainous cousin Killmonger. While T'Challa and Nakia's philosophies initially conflict,
if you are not so stubborn, you would make a great queen.
I would make a great queen because I am so stubborn.
If that's what I wanted.
their mutual respect for one another in spite of or because of those differences is also pretty awesome. Number 5. Neo and Trinity, the Matrix franchise. These two are mind-bendingly badass, and they certainly dress the part. Both are freedom fighters against oppressive future machines. Trinity is initially much more experienced a fighter, and her many fights are incredibly iconic. Neo has her beat in raw power though, giving that he's the one.
You are the one, Neo.
And can bend or break the rules of the Matrix even more than most. Their willingness to sacrifice everything for one another is another thing that makes them both badasses.
You want to make a deal? How about this? You give me Neo, or we all die right here, right now.
Interesting deal. You are really ready to die for this man.
Believe it.
Also, while they don't need guns, lots of guns, to be awesome, they certainly help. Number 4. John and Jane Smith, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The assassins who loved each other. John and Jane Smith aren't aware of each other's chosen profession when they get married, but when they do find out, it leads to all manner of fun.
No. Accident. Honey, accident! Jane, stop the car! Now!
Each is incredibly skilled in hand-to-hand combat, and the use of both large and small firearms, to the point where they have a hard time killing each other. By the film's end, the couple manages to stay together by slaying together, managing to take on a small army of trained killers and helping fix their marriage at the same time.
Doing all right, aren't we? I mean, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. There were times I just wanted to kill her, but
Likewise.
couldn't take the shot.
That's a good sign.
Who would've thought?
Sometimes you have to battle through.
That's marriage, right?
Yeah, you take your best shot.
Number 3. Tony Stark and Pepper Potts, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Weird.
No, it's not weird.
It's okay, right? Yeah. Run that by me again.
Tony Stark, the genius billionaire philanthropist turned superhero, may have a reputation as a playboy, but ultimately he only has eyes for his gal Friday, Pepper Potts.
After all these years, Tony still has you picking up the dry cleaning.
I do anything and everything that Mr. Stark requires, including occasionally taking out the trash. Will that be all?
Although Iron Man himself is renowned as a badass for his ingenuity and many mechanical suits, Pepper is no slouch herself. Besides being one of the few who can match verbal wits with Tony,
I actually don't think that you could tie your shoes without me.
I'd make it a week.
Really? What's your social security number?
She also gained temporary fire powers, which she used fighting side by side with Tony. We only wish they could have had a happy ending with their daughter.
I love you 3,000.
Number 2, Han Solo and Leia Organa, the Star Wars franchise. One of the biggest film franchises ever also has one of the most badass couples in all of film.
Who are you?
Someone who loves you.
Leia.
I gotta get you out of here.
Han Solo is a charismatic rogue and a capable smuggler and pilot, who's also pretty handy with a blaster.
Here we go, Chewie. Stand by. Detach.
You have your moments. Not many of them, but you do have them.
Princess Leia Organa, on the other hand, is a leader of the Galactic Rebellion against tyranny, twice over, and isn't a bad shot herself.
Don't move!
I love you.
I know.
Hands up! Stand up!
Plus, being able to call on the Force is quite badass as well. Their memorable and acrimonious chemistry is legendary, and just part of why this badass couple will be with us always.
Some things never change.
True. You still drive me crazy.
Before we unveil our most badass number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Will you marry me?
I don't think now's the best time!
Now may be the only time! I love you.
How you doing, man?
I'm all right.
You doing good, baby. But you know, no matter what happens, I love you.
Come on, baby.
Excuse me. Yes? Who said you could talk to me? I got something on my face, soldier.
You did. You did. Tomorrow.
You ready to jump?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow. Bonnie and Clyde.
How you? This here's Miss Bonnie Parker.
Glad to meet you.
I'm Clyde Barrow.
Clyde.
We robbed banks.
We're going with one of the OG badass couples of cinema for our top pick. These two real-life criminals tore up both headlines and the silver screen when their rebellious joyride gradually leads to bank robbery.
For the Barrow Boys! Happy birthday, hon!
Robbing, killing, and living seemingly without a care, Bonnie and Clyde manage to be symbols of youthful rebellion, a cautionary tale, and badass all at once, while having terrific chemistry to boot.
I ain't a rich man. You could get a rich man if you tried.
I don't want no rich man.
You ain't gonna have a minute's peace.
You promise?
While their escapades end in bloody tragedy, their life of crime together is still the epitome of cool while it lasts.
Someday they'll go down together. They'll bury them side by side. To few it'll be grief, to the law a relief, but it's death for Bonnie and Clyde.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.